Okay. She has, it's the title of one of the chapters is how to talk your way to seven figures. How she talked her way to seven figures and how you can do it too. So I know you might feel like, oh, I don't really want to talk to people. Oh, this is going to be hard. It's really not. You're just sharing. You're just sharing. And you're going to have to get your money back that you invested in your kids. So that's the way you're going to get it back is that you're going to be sharing. You're going to be talking about the products and people are going to be buying. So you're going to make your money back you paid on your kit. Then maybe your next goal will be to make as much money with Scentsy as you're making with your present job. Maybe you want to replace your present job you're working at now with Scentsy. But to do that, you're going to have to build it up. You're going to have to build it up. And in order to do that, you're going to have to talk to people. Okay? Maybe your goal is to make enough money that your husband can retire and y'all can travel or whatever. So whatever your goals are with Scentsy, you're going to have to sell some product in order to make the money, in order to achieve the goal that you are working towards. Okay? So just know that. So ways to share Scentsy. I do events. You know I do events. I do a lot of events. But sometimes I'm just in the store. Most people, if I exchange money with them, if I'm at the bank or I'm buying something at the supermarket or the dollar store or wherever I'm at, when I leave the counter, I hand them a Scentsy wax sample and a business card. It's simple. Hand them a wax sample and a business card. Sometimes I ask them, are you a fragrance person? Do you like fragrances? Some people don't like fragrances. If they say, no, I'm not a fragrance person, I don't like it, that don't bother. If they say, oh, yes, I like fragrance, I'll hand them a scent sample and a business card. Okay, you're saying, I don't have time to make samples. I don't have the mold. Okay, go to Michael's, get you some felt. They have these little plastic bags. These, I think, like a quarter a piece for the felt. I think I bought this. Maybe I bought this at Myers or something. But they have little felt. I suggest white, but you can get any color. They have. This is the value department. They have the little bags. They have small size and the big size. This is the bigger size. Cut you a piece of felt, put it in a bag, and spray it. They give you room spray with your kit. Get whatever fragrance room spray you want. Put your felt in there. Spray it a couple times. Close the bag up. Hand them a piece of felt and a business card. Maybe you have a office where a bunch of people go in that office every day and you want to leave samples. This is simple. Put your name and information on here. Staple a business card to this here and say this is a room spray sample of Honeymoon Hideaway with your number. So they can call you and say, oh my gosh, that smells so good. How do I get that? Okay, you don't have to worry about this melting. It's going to be too hot. It's going to melt. You can take this anywhere. Just stick it in your purse and in some little bags and just pass these out. If you don't want to make wax samples. Sharing. That's all we're doing. We're sharing our product with people and letting them decide whether they want it or not. You're not forcing anybody to buy anything. You're just sharing the product and letting them know what's available. So, first rule. Don't be attached to the outcome of the conversation. Tell you a story. I was on the elevator and this lady, she looked at my button. Now, help wanted, Scentsy button, right? She looked, oh, help wanted, oh, what you need help doing? I said, oh, Scentsy is hiring. I sell fragrance products. I said, do you like fragrance? She was like, no. You know what I said? I mean, before I realized it came out of my mouth. Next. Before I realized it came out of my mouth, like, you don't want it? Oh, well, next. I don't have a problem with that. I'm okay with that. I just like, next. So we just all kind of laugh. So don't be attached to the conversation. If they tell you, no, they don't like fragrance, oh well. Ask the next person. It's not personal. Okay, so So if you're at events, you can share lots of little samples. You can put a little lotion on people's hands if you don't have time to make up samples. And it's nice if you have some samples to some actual lotion they can buy at the side when you give them the sample of lotion. Okay, so we all know about samples and what we can share. They have laundry products. You can share the laundry products with people. Samples of the lotion. Okay, where's my laundry? Okay, since he sells these here, now all my hostesses, I send them a lotion and a laundry thing that they can try. So when I get to the party, I can ask them, well, how did that laundry product work out for you? Did you really like it? Story from my sister's party, my sister Angela's launch party. One of her customers, Bobby, electrician named Bobby, guy, he purchased quite a bit of stuff at the first party, like over $50 at the first party. So I gave him a black raspberry vanilla dryer disc. So when he came to her launch party, he told me, he said, oh my goodness, I love that dryer disc. I want to buy some of those dryer discs. And I told him how much they were, and I put those on his order, and he bought like a warmer, nightlight warmer, and a bar for his sister. But he bought dryer discs for himself, okay? And one of the people that were at the party, she was like, well, what is that? And I explained to her, and she usually only buys the room sprays. But after him talking about how much he loved the dryer disc, and he a guy, she was like, okay, can I get one of those? And she bought one to try out. So we go see how that works out for her. So rule number 1, don't be attached to the outcome of the conversation. Okay, so you're going to have to talk to as many people as possible in sharing your products. Because it's a numbers game. The more you talk to, the more opportunities you're going to have to get new team members, get parties, etc. They might say no now, but no doesn't mean no forever. They might do it later on. So don't be upset with them, angry with them. If you recruit them to be a hostess for you, to have a book party or a home party, and they can be a nice hostess even though they don't want to join. But you ask them to join first. And if they say they don't want to join, then you say, okay, well, would you like to be a hostess? You don't go from, would you like to buy a bar to, would you like to have a party to, well, why don't you join? No, start at the top and work your way back down. Okay. Don't allow people to say maybe and give you false hope. Oh yeah, maybe I might do it next week, maybe, to slow you down. Because you're worrying about, oh, they didn't do it, or they said they was going to do it. No, keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's just going to distract you. You got to stay focused. Some will, some won't. Oh, well, who's next? That's from one of my other books, Mary Christensen book. Oh, well, who's next? Don't let them slow you down worrying about what they might do and what they may do, okay? So, and I tell people, okay, I'm going to pencil you in. If you don't call me back, you don't get back with me, I'll know that you maybe changed your mind, and I'm going to, fill that date in. I just told a lady that the other day because, she was kind of uncertain, not sure. So it's okay. Rule number 2, don't be on the hunt. Don't be on the hunt. That was rule number 2. Okay, and what she meant by that is if your intention when you're going out in the world is, who am I going to get today? Then that'll come through your persona, okay? You'll be focused on your agenda and what you want from the situation, and not really listening to the person that you're talking to and what their goals are, what they want. Okay, so you run the risk of being pushy, and desperate. You don't want to look desperate and pushy because that turns people off, and I worry about that sometimes. Appearing desperate or pushy. So a lot of times I will give people information, and I don't even ask for their phone numbers, because I feel like if they're really interested, they'll call me. Because she talks about, in one section, you can pull and prod and, get people to join, but if their heart really isn't in it, they're not going to really do anything. They're just going to sign up and just kind of sit on it, and you're going to have to be prodding and pulling and the whole way, and it's not going to be fun for you or them. So, everybody is a grown adult, and so they need to do this because they want to, okay? Because they feel like it's going to be a benefit to them and their families. Instead of, being desperate and whatnot, just have the attitude that you have something special that you want to share with them. And who doesn't want to try something that you feel is special and important? If you pull something out your purse, oh, this is really nice, and I just wanted to share this with you. Really nice fragrance, and if you like it, you call me. So you're not telling him, you better call me, or you can't get it unless you give me your phone number and stuff. No. I'm sharing this with you because I think it's really special and you might like it. And because I like it, So it's just a better way of doing it. You want people to want what you have, to feel like it's important. I was at the dollar store the other day, and the girl at the register, very attractive young lady, she carried herself well. I reached in my purse, I got a sample, I gave one to her, and I gave one to the girl that was behind me in the line. And a man chased me out the store. Can I get a card and a couple of those samples? I said, well, sure. He said, I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm bilingual. And do you need anybody that's bilingual? I'm like, sure, we need some bilingual people on our team. We would love to have you on our team. And he said, I can do this and I can do that. That's not the first time, but that's the first time a guy, I've had ladies chase me out the store, ask me for a sample. That's the first time a guy chased me out the store, asked me for a sample. Like, he might call me, he might not. I thought about it, maybe I should have gotten him. I'm like, nope, Lorena, you don't want to be desperate. If he really wants to do this, he'll call you, okay? Or he'll go on the website and he'll join, because he's a big grown man, okay? Just like he ran out the store behind me, he can run to the computer and sign up, right? So, this is not a gimmick. When we say that this is a share business, that's what it is. It's sharing what you love with other people and helping them fall in love with it so they'll buy it. That's all it is. And instead of trying to push it on them, be curious about what they want, what their hopes and their desires, and be generally interested in giving them information about the product, letting them know how it's going to help solve some of the problems that they have, give them solutions, and make sure whatever they're buying is a good fit. Don't sell them a product that's not appropriate. So say they have a child that's under 3 and you're selling them the clip-on. No, you shouldn't do that, because it has small parts on it. You tell them, really, this is not for a child that's 1 or 2, because it's small parts. You really need to get the sidekick, because that's appropriate. Okay, so don't just sell a product just to sell it. Have the customer in mind and give them what is appropriate for their situation. And if someone doesn't want it, no worries, because you were offering them the product. You weren't forcing on them. So if they don't want it, you go back to rule number 1. Don't be attached to the conversation. If they say no, it's okay. Okay? You're not worried about the outcome of the conversation. Back to rule 1. You're not worried about the outcome of the conversation, because you can't be attached to it. All right. So, so our job is to help others get what they want. Okay? This applies to our customers. This applies to our team members. And the success you're seeking will happen when you help a lot of people get what they want.